The WoW you remember is gone. Okay, what do I mean by that? So, if you're returning after a long time, like me, um, you have probably noticed an overwhelming number of pretty new stuff that kind of overwhelms you in a way. And you might be thinking, okay, what the heck should I do, right? There's so much new thing. It's like a completely new game, right? And for me, I just only skipped parts of Shadowlands. I did a little bit of Dragonflight, then skipped again. I didn't finish BFA. You know, so it is a bit of a, it's all over the place. They tried to streamline it a little bit, but anyway, it's just to, from my perspective as a returning player, I would tell you a few things about what to focus on and what not to focus on. So first of all, you're gonna probably see this trading thingy here. I'm on Stormwind, but whatever, you can get it in Orgrimmar as well. You'll have this trader standard thing that you get I think every week or so, and you can buy stuff, and you can also complete like little quest thingies like this traveler's log. They'll have like different quests that gives you more trader standard. So you have a cap in a month, and then it resets weekly. And I'm gonna just quickly go ahead and buy this mount that's going away. You see, I have 3,850 trader standard, and as you can see, the second line says warband currency. We're gonna go to warband in a second. Let me just buy that. There we go. We have an aquatic mount. Fantastic. All right, so all you have in this thing here is mounts, transmog, ads, stuff like that. Nothing that actually increases your performance. So that's done with. What is warband? Let me show you what warband is. So all your alts are now connected, and that is basically warband. What I mean by that, like, let's go into this mint master again. Remember, you had a lot of grievances in the past where you couldn't send stuff to your alt and things like that. So they fixed it in a way. I'm going to show you how. But to show you, I have to actually go to a bank. Not a bank, sorry. The, what do you call it? Yeah, it is the bank. Yeah, right. Here we are. Okay. So the thing to know that you have I have the add-on on. Okay. This is Midmaster Bank. Here we go. I don't have the default UI because I'm using an add-on, but anyway, you have a separate warband bank vault, right? And with that, like, all this here can be accessed by your other alts. So if I just log out and log back in with any of my other alts, even horde ones, I'll be able to access the money. I'll be able to access all this, and say I have something I don't need here, for example, like this Ascension Arrestor Horback. So this thing is war bound until equipped, so I can just put it here, which I will, and this thing as well, because I don't need it, right? Because this thing dropped on me, but I don't need these, but my alts might need it, so I can just log in with my alt and equip these, right? So that's warband, sorry. And what this means basically is that you were no longer stuck with one main. Anyone can be a main. You're maining your account, right? So You can have 4 or 5 different characters you play with different play styles, but it's no longer just one main. You can just interchange so many things now, right? The other thing that is a must-have. Remember all these buttons that used to overwhelm a lot of us, except like the hardcore pro guys let it like keep pressing random buttons. I remember when I was doing raids back in BFA and Shadowlands, I would have like my fingers would hurt because I would have like, for example, the top row here on the action bar, I would have like shift, and the top row I would have like alt +1, alt +2, and then all those pressing and stuff like this. It was really annoying in a way. Like it's like I'm playing a button press game, not like an actual game anyway. So what they changed is that sorry, excuse me, let me just quickly open the spellbook thingy. Where is it? Here we go. So here is the spellbook thing. So you see the single button assistant, you just pull it down and put it like here. This will like cast all these that's listed here. So based on your spec and your class and whatever, they'll all change, and they'll have like all these things. So you don't need a separate button for all these anymore. So what I did is like I had the single button assist at number 1, and then number 2 is my Holy Bulwark, which is my talent, and then all this is like how I like to do it is that these ones are kind of like, this is taunt because I'm a tank. This is like to protect me, and this is also like kind of reducing damage, right? These two are reducing damage, and up there we have heals, divine shield, and then other auras and stuff. Here we have battle res and regular res, and I have set up like 2 interrupts as Q and E, so it's easy to cast those. So that's my setup, and I have the extra stuff all over. So anything that I don't really need a hotkey for, I have in the sidebars and stuff like that, right? So talking about sidebars, here is one thing I was kind of surprised, and it was a pleasant surprise, not in a bad way, is the edit mode. So here you can basically change whatever you want. The UI is no longer fixed, so however you like it you can change. There's a lot of options you can explore. Like first time I logged in, I spent like a good 1 hour just exploring all this until I found the thing that works for me. And if you forgot how to add the extra action bars, it's all in the options, right? Action bars, just enable them. The other thing that is new on the option menu is all these gameplay enhancements and interface and stuff like that. They've added a few add-ons that we're all using into the default game interface. So for example, details damage meter, that can be enabled, like not the actual add-on, but Blizzard made their own. You can just have one. So that's all in the options now, right? So you might be wondering, if you haven't played Dragonflight, that how am I flying so fast? And the reason is they have introduced a new form of flight called skywriting, and that basically makes you fly faster, but it's also not so stable. So say if you're trying to go through some quest thingy, something flying in the circle, that some more quests have that, right? Go through that thing, pop that bubble, things like that. In that case, it's kind of really a little bad for me at least. So for that I will switch back to slow flying, and you can just, if you go to your mount and here your mount thing, you can switch flight style, and you can also just drag it into, like drag this and this, yeah, drag this Okay, it's not working for some reason. Here, yeah, you can drag this. Yeah, you can drag this to any action bar. You can just switch from here, right? So that's done with, and we have a few more things to deal with, and that's all for this little video. First off is how to gear up. So for that, I'm going to use the power of editing and just teleport myself to somewhere else. Okay, so I kind of put myself in Dornagal. What I really wanted to do was go to Twilight Islands, but anyway, you can use the portal from Stormwind and stuff. So this is Twilight Islands, and you can see on the map here, there's a lot of wall quests and stuff, so they'll pop up. I believe it will pop up around, I don't know how long, like it'll stay until midnight launches, so it's pre-patch event. So if you're watching this video late, you might not get it, but you basically go in here. There's a bunch of world boss that'll pop up on like rotation. There's the if you have the rare scanner add-on, it'll just tell you. You just fly there. Right now there is always a group of people there. You can also find group finder. There will be a group always that's just going after the bosses. That will drop gears. So all this Ascension, Arrestor, things like that, these are all the gears dropped by those bosses. And if you do this daily, like if you do it like once per character, just one day is spending in the Twilight Islands is enough to make your character gear ready. And if you want to go further, then you just come back and do a little bit more questing. That will give you currency, Twilight's Blade Insignia, and you use that to upgrade your gear basically. So all this is level 1, you see, so you can upgrade them. Alright, so the last thing I want to show you is dolls. Dolls is kind of a little bit of a surprise. So where is dolls? So dolls will show up as like let me find it first, one sec. Right, so Bran Bronzebeard here, he is in Dornagal, so in the center of everything. He has all the delving quests. Dolls are basically mini dungeons that you can do solo. You can also use a group, but you know, I like it solo. Alright, for those of us who like don't want, you know, a lot of dungeons and raiding, we can do delves. So the closest delve is right around here. We have different delves in different areas, and I just picked up the quest from Bran for the delving. So let's just go there and just quickly show you like for 1 minute what it looks like. Here we are. This is a delve, and all you do is go in, click, and then you have to do tier by tier. It's like, so I've done tier 1, so I can do tier 2, things like that. And it's pretty easy. Like it's like a dungeon, but pretty easy. The enemies are a lot less. It's meant to be soloable, right? So if you're like, once the season starts, when we're doing the weekly raids or dungeons for, you know, rewards, you can also do delves for the rewards. Anyway, so that is the most important new things you need to know if you're returning. There's obviously a lot more, and as a returning player, I would say definitely worth checking out. I was pretty disappointed with Shadowlands, and you know, even Dragonflight kind of, some of it was better, but it's still not that great. BFA was, it's like, in my experience, BFA was a lot better. And then I made a lot of friends in BFA, and then in Shadowlands, Dragonflight, everyone just stopped playing. But I think we'll have a lot of returning ones now. Even War Within was not that bad. I just totally skipped it because, you know, I had other stuff to deal with, but the quest was also good. So I think Midnight, it will be a good one to give it a try again. And I hope with this guide you will be able to jump right in and catch up pretty fast. If you have any suggestions, if you like the video, if you have any comments, please let me know. Thanks for watching.